Hey, what's up, everybody? This is attorney Dan Nguyen again, and I want to talk a little bit more about setting up a new business and when you're going from sole proprietor to a corporation or LLC. Now, I recently helped a client. They were in business. They were a consultant, and they um, uh, went from a sole proprietor, and we decided LLC was best for them, and so we formed that for them. But one of the questions they got was, you know, I usually give out my social security number um, when I to my clients so they can issue me the 1099. Um, and so what happens now that I have this new entity? So the new entity gets what's called an employer identification number. Now, if you're a sole owner, you don't have any employees, don't worry about it. This is really just for you. This is your kind of the equivalent of the social security number for your LLC or corporation. And so we get this entity, we get this employer identification number, or TIN or EIN, so that you can give this number out to your clients or any other, or your banks especially, so they can do reporting for you. Typically, you would fill a W-9 or similar form. And so the EIN essentially replaces your social security number. Obviously, you don't want to give a social security number out around, so you can now give your EIN number. Now, to take a little step back, if you're still operating as a sole proprietor, what you can do is still get an EIN as a sole proprietor. So quick tip for sole proprietors who's not moved over to LLC corporation yet, get an EIN, and so that you don't have to give out your social security number and have that floating around everywhere. Okay, so that's the first thing, right? Your EIN is your tax ID number, and give that you can give that out when your clients or other financial institutions or other entities ask for it. Now, the second thing is, how do you get paid, right? So now you do, once you have that EIN, take that number, take your articles of incorporation or organization, and typically they'll also ask for either statement information or operating account or stock ledger. Depends on the bank. Take all that. If you're my client, I'd give you the whole folder, and I tell you, hey, just bring this whole folder with you. It has everything that you need to open a bank account. Go ahead and open a bank account, and anything that you take as income or pay as expenses, run it through the business, so you have all the accounting that's done properly. So have checks made out to obviously your new entity, corporation, LLC corporation, so that everything's accounted for. And make sure one of the biggest things people get for entity formation is they want to protect their personal assets. Now, one of the biggest things you need to do is to separate your personal assets and your business assets, and treat it like a separate thing, right? So that means any income you get for your business, put it into that business account. Any expenses you incur for your business, take it out of the business account, right? Don't pay your personal expenses out of your business account, because that is an indication that you're not really treating the business like a separate entity. And so if you ever get sued, that might be used against you as not recognizing the corporate formalities, and you're what's called alter ego of the business. And so it's really important that you maintain this distinct and separate lines between your personal things and your business things, so that you can maintain the liability protection. One book I would recommend for new business owners is Profit First by Michael Michael Ovitz. It's essentially, he calls it behavioral-based accounting. But I would say, if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, Financial Peace University, he uses kind of the envelope method. It's kind of like the envelope method but for businesses. And I've read it, I've implemented it. It's really good. And I recommend it to everyone. So, hey, this is Dan again, talking about kind of business basics. If you are a sole proprietor going to LLC corporation, what is the tax ID number, and then how do you open a bank account? Okay, this is Dan. I'll talk to you soon.